Hello, good morning. This is Scott. Welcome to the meditation live stream. Today is Sunday. Hope you're doing well. Here on my channel, we work with an integration practice of the body, emotion, mind, and relational dimension. And we use awareness as the fuel for the meditation. And that which we are aware of tends to develop and grow. We gently place our attention and work with the attention absorption into the different dimensions of who we are. And when we do that, we access these dimensions as well as cause them to grow and develop. And I like to do a brief talk before we start, and then we'll get into a guided practice. So today we'll go for about 45 or 50 minutes, so we'll go a little bit longer. I broadcast on 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time during the weekend, and then 5:30 a.m. during the week. I am an early bird, and the work done early matters throughout the rest of the day, and when you practice every week, you get kind of like this momentum, and it's sort of like anything. When you train, you develop, and that's the method here. So today I'd like to talk a little bit about doing things from the point of view of awareness, and that implies a couple different things. So we have awareness, but we also aren't aware of everything, and no one can be aware of everything. I think the technological world would like to be aware of everything, almost like a surveillance, like massive eye, like the Eye of Sauron in Lord of the Rings, where it sees everything, And I think that's just simply not possible, because there's always things that are outside of our awareness. And there's a reason for that, There is a real psychological reason for that, I think, because if you were aware of everything, maybe it wouldn't be healthy for your consciousness, for your individual psychology. To become aware of everything would be kind of like too much, and you would crash out. But really what we want to do to sort of steer things is redirect awareness in such a way that we understand that not only are we a separate individual, but we're also connected to a collective. And whenever we work on ourselves, we influence the collective. We have an impact on the collective world. And this is a very important thing, because human beings, even though we have kind of like an individuality, like an ego, a separate sense of self, we're also part of a group. We're also part of our tribe, our affiliations. And just as, we can't be reduced to our role in life, we can't be reduced also just to being a group member or an individual. These things are all interconnected. And Thich Nhat Hanh had a really great way of talking about this. He used to call it interbeing, that our being is interrelated with nature, with each other, as well as ourselves. And so when we take time for ourselves every day, we take time to tune in. This matters because we are amplifying the signal of wholeness in the world rather than fragmentation. We're amplifying the signal of integration. People that take time every day to digest their life, and that digestion is a kind of a good metaphor. We drop in the essence of our day, and our past and future meet in this present moment. And when they meet and we take time with that, the aspects of our dimensions of ourself develop, and we become more of a cup that is able to contain our experiences, contain our life. And this is the way in which spiritual practice is very useful, and not just something to do to signal that you're a good person. Yes, that's true. You are a good person. When you practice more, you become less likely to create harms or invent more difficulty. But also, you send the signal of wholeness to yourself and to others around you. And this, I think, is the way forward in the future, and is one of the most powerful things out there. So that being said, we'll start today with our eyes closed and begin with some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing the whole trunk of your body to expand and contract. Front to back, side to side, top to bottom. Allowing your breath to reach all the way down into your pelvic floor, legs and feet. Very good. We'll do 3 more. Very good. And allowing your breath to return to your usual way of breathing. And beginning to tune into your body sensations. Breath, feeling your body tingling, pulsing, temperature, sense of aliveness. Feeling the earth underneath you. Your body's connection to the earth. Begin the process of feeling and softening. So on the in-breath, feeling your body. And then on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body and deep into the earth. And the melting can be like warm, healing honey, that everything the honey touches cleanses, heals, purifies. Each breath wave, each cycle of the breath, you get a little bit closer to your body and melt a little bit deeper into the earth. If you like, you can add in a pause at the end of the out-breath between the next in-breath. So on the in-breath, feeling your body, and then on the out-breath, softening and melting deep into the earth. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can pause, let go into the space, dissolve. Softening is a great useful technique. It could be done at any time. Very useful during overwhelm. Come back to feeling your body, the connection of your body and the earth, and softening just a little bit during times of stress. Very good. And bringing your attention up into your heart, feeling your heart space. If you like, you can breathe directly in and out of your heart, or your heart chakra. Sometimes it's useful to actually put your hand over your heart so you can feel the heat of your hand and the connection. And on the in-breath, feeling your heart. And then on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. Making contact with your emotions, you can notice what is present for you emotionally right now. And without making your emotions right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing yourself to feel what you're feeling in the shared space a little bit. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, giving your life direction, like anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. And just allowing yourself to feel a little bit in a shared space. Even if you feel numb, it's also a valid emotional experience. you'd like, you can add in a pause, so like we did before, where you're feeling your heart on the in-breath, and then on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. And then at the end of the out-breath, you pause between the next in-breath and let go into the vast, open spaciousness of your heart. Very good. And then bringing your attention up into your head, feeling your head now on the in-breath, and then on the out-breath, softening and melting in and around your skull. If you like, you can breathe into the third eye space between your eyebrows or your crown, the top of your head, whatever feels correct for you. And just feeling and softening your head. connect with your thoughts, you can notice how active your mind is. Sometimes in meditation our mind is very busy, sometimes it's very quiet. And without making that right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing your thoughts to come and go and remaining uninvolved with your thoughts. It can be useful to come back to feeling your head or your body and the earth for grounding. It's sort of creating like its own magnet, pulling you back out of a thought and back into feeling. And we can begin to even add in the pause, if you like. So in the in-breath, feeling out-breath softening in and around your skull. And then between the next in-breath, pausing, you can let go. And it's almost as if your head is dissolving and the whole entire sky is resting on your shoulders in its place. Just letting go into the vast, open, sky-like nature of your mind. can spend some time with our eyes open, gently opening your eyes and allowing the work that we did to remain present and not evaporate away. And we begin to allow the practice of feeling the relational dimension. So on the in-breath, feeling around you, the space around you on the in-breath. And then on the out-breath, feeling the space inside you. And just practice feeling outside on the in-breath and then inside on the out-breath. And you may notice that feeling one dimension might be a little easier than the other. For example, feeling outside might be easier than inside, or vice versa. And that's completely normal. Just noticing what you notice. If you like, you can add in the pause like we've been practicing. On the in-breath, feeling around you. On the out-breath, feeling inside you. And then at the end of the out-breath, the pause, letting go into the earth. you can begin to add in qualities like love, compassion, and gratitude in your practice. These qualities are very healing, very useful, and also very fulfilling, sort of filling up our vessel with love, compassion, and gratitude. And you can practice sending and receiving. So on the in-breath, sending love, compassion, gratitude all around you, to people on the meditation also. And then on the out-breath, receiving love, compassion, gratitude toward yourself. And just practice sending and receiving. from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll give some space right now and fall silent so that you may do yours. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up the blessings of love, compassion, and gratitude, and ripple out into the community. Amen. Thank you for joining me. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.